going on? Welcome to Teasing the NFL, your one-stop shop for NFL teaser bets. I'm Daniel Saludo, along with Andrew Chang here. We're taking you through the early afternoon games for Sunday, Week 4 of the 2020 NFL season. And we've got the exciting match of... Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Don't say it.
It's actually not going to be that bad.
It
can't be any worse. It can't be any worse than Thursday
The
night.
Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals.
That's right. Jacksonville takes on the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati is the favorite. I can't believe I just said that. Cincinnati is the favorite here at -3, and your total is 49. So Jacksonville gets teased up to +9, and Cincinnati will get teased across the 0 to +3. Your over gets teased down to 43, and your under gets teased up to 55.
Minshew Mania versus Joe Burrow.
So
man.
that's an intriguing matchup for sure. But this game started as Jacksonville as a favorite when the opening lines came out, but when Jacksonville lost very handily, I might add, to Miami last Thursday night, and Minshew looked terrible, especially on my fantasy team. The beard just let the whole team down, and I think that's why Vegas made this move.
No, the mustache did.
The
mustache.
The mustache made this move, forced this move to make Kansas City the favorites.
You're talking about James Harden, that beard. He let us down too.
It's 1 a.m. here. I'm tired. But I, for the life of me, cannot understand having Cincinnati Bengals as a favorite by a field goal, nonetheless, as a favorite. So to me, this is a near smash of Jacksonville.
Minshew Mania!
It won't necessarily be a lot of Minshew Mania. What it will be is a lot of the really good run game of James Robinson. Had a fantastic game against Miami, and Cincinnati is atrocious against the run. So if they're able to establish enough of the run, which it seems like they will, the passing game will open up. DJ Chark might be back, and that'll also be a big key for them as well. I don't understand how you can have a rookie in Joe Burrow who hasn't won a game yet. He's 0-2-1 because they tied when they should have lost the game. They should be 0-3. I can't see them as a favorite. This is ridiculous. Give me as many points as possible. And this game might be close, but if it's going to be close, Jacksonville should win it. If it's going to be a bigger scoreline, Jacksonville will definitely be winning. I don't see Cincinnati anywhere close to this.
You're not concerned at all about Mr. Tyler Boyd and...
No, they'll get numbers, but I don't think that Cincinnati's good. I don't think their defense is good enough to be able to, get those quick 3-and-outs, to be able to, keep the offenses up on there. So it's... Jacksonville's the better team. They're the better rated team, in my opinion. I think it's an overreaction to have this game which this game should be a pick'em or a slight lean to Jacksonville, kind of that -1, 1.5. But I think this is a huge overreaction to a loss in Miami.
I think there's some validation beyond that reasoning. Again, these are two not so great teams. I'm not going to say that Jacksonville Jaguars are. We talked about in an earlier video in between that you thought that the Jacksonville Jaguars are actually better than the Chicago Bears.
That's because I think Chicago's highly overrated. Their record doesn't reflect who they really are.
But I mean, that's fair. And in this case, do I think that Jacksonville is better than Cincinnati? I mean, yeah, doesn't everybody? So then why is it that they are the dog? It doesn't make
that's why
any
I think
sense.
I think it's a huge overreaction.
So with that being said, I am jumping on Danny's boat for this one, that if you're going to give me Minshew Mania +9, that's a nice number to have, first of all, especially if it does become a garbage game, if it becomes a close game, if it's like field goal after field goal. You're gravy. +9. Mm-hmm. That's, I mean, if we're talking about pure value, that's it right there. And looking at the numbers, they don't really look appealing to me.
For the totals, no, I don't like any. Maybe the under, because it might not be super high. It may not have a ton of scoring.
Right, like
So maybe
as
the
you
under.
said, if they're gonna do a lot of run plays, then yeah, for sure, it could be the under. But I'm not really into that this game. I'm all about the Minshew mania. I think a nice little bounce back is due. I mean, they looked really bad
Yeah.
against Miami, which is not their usual self. They came out swinging against his favorite team, or not favorite team, the Colts on week 1
To beat them.
to beat them. I won't say destroy, but the expectation for Jacksonville was so low. And now I feel like it's kind of fluctuating
Yeah.
a little bit, but I feel like we have a good understanding of where they're at, and they're better than Cincinnati.
I agree. Yep, I agree. Here's the other thing you also have to think about. Cincinnati played their game against Philadelphia. They played all 4 quarters. They played all of overtime. So an interesting trend angle on this is, most of the time, if you have a team who comes out of a game where they played into overtime and they played pretty much into overtime, doesn't necessarily have to be through the entire overtime. Most of the time on their next game, they tend to lag behind. And,
Come on!
especially against the spread. You have to remember that, because in a game where you play for overtime and then you play into overtime to try and win it, you're exerting more effort.
Okay.
So it's somewhat understandable that you might be a little more tired. Now, these are professional athletes. I don't necessarily believe that, but I can understand it a little bit. And so I'm going to kind of follow that trend a little bit, but that's only just to help me back this point of Cincinnati shouldn't be the favorite in this game. Give me the huge advantage that is +9.
I think the better theory behind that, since we're kind of talking about it, is who has the most pressure. I don't think Jacksonville has as much pressure to win as do the Bengals.
Yeah.
Okay, and I kind of believe that, because first of all, no one's giving Jacksonville any credit, so they haven't gotten credit even after they beat the Colts too. So I don't really think the pressure's on them. The pressure's on that new QB, Joe Burrow, what he's gonna do with the Bengals, and that if you're favorited, you should win. It's a no-brainer. Yep. But I can't put 2 and 2 together. I can't believe that Cincinnati is favored.
Yeah, that's why I would be all over this. It's to the point where I'm leaning Jacksonville to cover this, not necessarily just cover the spread, but I'm also leaning on them to just win this game. So I made a really terrible mistake last week when we got the lines, and I bet a money line.
Oh, I knew that was coming, man. I
bet the
knew
money
that
line
was
on
coming.
the New York Giants, and I got terrible value for it. I got +155.
And I advised, I was like, Danny,
Well, I was so set.
Just take the points, bro.
I was so set. Well, and we did take the points as well, and we still
Yeah,
lost.
we're good. We got destroyed.
And so I doing a comparison, we got +9.5, right, on that teaser.
Mm-hmm.
So we got +9.5 on that teaser, and my money line was 155. So here I'm getting Jacksonville +9, and my money line is 145. Now I deem this game better value at this point, because it was kind of, last week was more of a gamble on the Giants, saying, oh, they can win this, because
all these injuries, and
all these
we got
like 90
Nick
million
Mullins.
injuries.
Yeah, it's like we had all these reasons why.
So it was kind of a big, there's a chance. This game isn't a chance. This game is, Jacksonville should win this game, in my opinion. So betting the money line at +145, not a bad option in this case. Now I may not do it, but if you're not gonna necessarily take a teaser on this game and you want to play this game, you might be better off taking the money line at +145 than taking a spread at +3.5.
No, Jacksonville.
3. Jacksonville +3. So that way you don't push on a field goal win.
No. Yeah. You're talking about versus the money line. Yeah.
So,
give me the teaser points all day. I will take this,
definitely
especially like Danny said in earlier videos. If it's just if you're risking 100 just to win 145, That's not really. I mean, it could probably be a safer bet, but we're looking here for value. We're looking here to say, hey, this is a nice little good find right here. Maybe, just maybe, that if they win outright, I'll get paid out 3-1.
Yeah.
I get paid out so and so, this and that. None of those games have really happened for us right now, and I think definitely taking the points is a better option for this specific bet.
Yeah, so we both love Jacksonville +9. They should actually win this game, but take kind of the nice insurance of +9. You get that past the key numbers of 3, 4, 6, and 7. And theoretically, you can push it to 3 field goals. Shouldn't happen.
Hey, someone's been pushing on their bets, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, I didn't push last week. I just lost twice. 3 times.
Oh, man. Take the push, America.
Yeah, I'll take the push.
Anytime you can, just take the push, man. Over a loss, man. Well,
I consider a push a loss in the end, just for records, but yeah.
Trust me.
I was happy to push it.
When your teaser is 1,000 and you push.
I'm happy to push.
Yeah, you'd be happy to push. You'd be happy to push.
I don't have that kind of money. I'm not big banking like you.
Not yet, you don't. Not yet, Danny. Not yet. You will, though. You will.
Give me about 10 years. Maybe I'll have a
whatever.
by
Maybe
then.
like 10 weeks. He'll just be like, oh, look at all this money I'm rolling in. Oh.
No.
Yeah,
I'm too far. I'm a little too far behind to be like that right
Hey, man, with that attitude, you will. You got to come in on Sunday planning to win, watching our videos and say, yes, this is the one. This is the game. Give me Jacksonville +9 to take it. There you go. Get amped.
Thanks for the confidence.
Get amped, Danny. Come on, man.
I'm too tired. It's 1 o'clock over here in Houston. I'm tired. It's 1 a.m. here. I'm tired. But you bring up a really good point, and we'll kind of go through the confidence that we have in some of these games. This game is actually kind of up there for me on my no sweat bet / betting choices, because I think it's you got a huge value in +9. We both love it at +9. But we'll let you know in a future video what our no sweat bet is and where we kind of position this in there. But until then, if you like the info you got in this video, give it a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe and tick the notification bell. Select all. That way you are up to date with all of our previews and all of our videos that are coming up in the near future. But until then, for Andrew Chang, I'm Daniel Saludo. Don't forget to get your bets in. And of course, don't forget to be a tease.